Hi everyone, Dave Mitchell from Bayview Renovations, and it's the end of week 4 or start of week 5 following a long weekend at our Woodall Street project in Blackrock. And this morning we are just doing the final touches in preparation for the plasterers who are about to turn up. You can see here all the insulation has been installed. That's all we're doing this morning. We've rocked up really early this morning just to finalise the insulation. We're going to insulate all the ceilings. You can see there's insulation here on the ground. So all of that will be insulated. So just touching on all of this, all the plumbing's done, all the electrical's done. You can see there all the ventilation and everything's been installed. All our lighting's been installed. All our mixer and spout locations, drainage for vanities and everything is all in. Our LED lighting, our mirror cabinet in this room, it's all in. Everything is ready for plaster. Moving on quickly into the small walk-in robe here. You can see here again, same thing. It's all insulated, nice and clean, ready for plaster. So, I mean, it's a little bit dark in here. I'm not sure if you can see. We'll just get that insulation into the ceiling and we're done in there. Again, you know, new light location. Not much to see in that room at all. You can see we've got all our plaster here ready to go. The boys are going to be busy for the entire week. This wall here was pulled. There used to be a hydronic heating system on that wall. So basically we just pulled that to make sure it was perfect where it was removed. Moving on into the main bathroom. Again, insulation, you can see here we've actually insulated all of this ceiling. So that's, you know, a pretty big job to do in this size room, especially being underneath a kitchen. You know, it's not just the insulation for, you know, your heating, cooling, so forth. It's also for noise. You know, people walking on the floor upstairs, it'll come through, and vice versa. So thinking of the acoustics in the house, you can probably tell me now talking, it's really deadened as I come into this room. It never used to be like that. It's really important that we insulate every single wall in the house. They never used to do that. They used to only insulate the external walls of the house, whereas now we tend to do everywhere, just to be eco-friendly and so forth. So it does help make the house more economical in relation to heating, cooling as well. But so as you can see in this room here, we've got our toilet point finally in the right place. That was a huge job a week or two ago, digging that hole outside to find the drainage point. We've got our water points. Again, bath location, relocated the drainage for the bath. And you can see here now as well, we've ground down the shower. All the drainage is in the shower. You can see that drainage point there. So that's a big walk-in shower. We've got our mixer on the right. Huge niche there for the shower. And on this side here, there's a double bowl vanity and a mirror cabinet above. And you can see, again, a lot of insulation there in those walls as well. On order, we've got 4 windows now being installed. So we've gone from just 1 window here being replaced to 4, which is so much better. It's it's going to make the place a lot better. And a new door will be picked up next week as well to go on the back here. It'll be a translucent white door and much better handle operation and things like that. So all the 4 windows that have been replaced, we've already cut out. You might be able to see that there. And we've just put temporary screws in so that after plaster, it's easy for us to install them. You can see ventilation here running right through everywhere. That's all updated, and you know, things have been all done properly so that, you know, the fans and, you know, the heat light fan units and so forth all actually duct outside as per regulations. And really proud of the boys. There's been a hell of a lot of work done in this house in the first 3 or 4 weeks. So the other room down here is just the powder room. And again, we've pulled off a lot more plaster off the walls than we initially intended to. Initially, we were just going to pull the skirt tile off, but we found that it was all moldy. It really wasn't in good condition, so we pulled it all off. You can see it's insulated on this side. We've got a back block here for when we put the toilet roll holder back on. The plumbing's been updated, and we've just cleaned up this wall on the left-hand side in preparation for plaster. We even took some plaster off the bottom here where it was all moldy as well. And then we've updated the electrical because the clients have asked for a heat light fan unit in here. So there's actually minis made that we're putting in here because apparently it gets pretty cold in winter. So first world issues being solved. All right, pushing on upstairs. And I think this is, the main bathroom, there's a big difference down there. But this is where the real difference is going to be for this family. We've got that big opening now for the door leading into the kitchen. And that's going to allow a lot more light into the place as well. When you're in the kitchen and that natural light comes through, also your breezes from the bay. It's actually a gorgeous day today. You can see the bay there. It'll just create that really nice ambience when you're in the kitchen. So again, moving on through, you can see insulation has gone in there. There's still a couple of little spots to fill, but that's fine. We'll get to that this morning. You can see all the wiring is completed. So you've got your ovens on this side here, electrical induction cooktops. You've got all your power points. You've got your range hood that'll go through that area up there. All the ducting for that. And then, of course, on this side here, we've removed that section of ceiling, and that just creates that open bench space for kitchen living, the open kitchen living feeling and experience that most people want this day and age. So there's a huge, big LVL that's been put up in there, and that's extra timber on this side. So you've got triple studs that side. You've got 2 or 3 studs that side holding that weight, and the guys have done a fantastic job on that as well. So one of the other things I forgot to mention was the hydronic heating. So everywhere in the house, the hydronic heating has either been removed, deleted, or it's actually been modified in preparation for the new hydronic systems that are going in. And that's going to make a big difference as well. Not only did they look old, but their operation should be a lot better too. So we've got some flooring down here now. You can see where the kitchen island was. That's all been updated. That's all been renewed. And of course, in the ceilings, you can see all of the lighting points are in place. So following this week, once all the plaster goes in, that's going to make a lot more sense. So moving on into the master, again, hydronic heating point has been replaced on that wall. We've got our new TV points coming through the wall. We put a TV point here as well, and we back blocked for that. You can see there, that's one of the old hydronic heating systems along that floor there. That one will look fine once it's cleaned up. You can see the back of the powder, that's all insulated now. And that's actually going to be hidden inside the new robe. So just from here, there's a robe that goes across there, and that will not be seen. That'll all be hidden in the corner. Then moving on into the master, just move that out of the road, into the master walk-in robe. So this is really big now. This has made a massive difference. And you can see here, so across here, there's a robe that goes around that corner like that. On this side here, we've got a big robe that runs along this wall here as well. Hopefully that's easy to follow. That's the back of the powder room there. The height of the ceilings here are really high. It's 2.7, and in the powder room, I'm pretty sure it's 3.6 meters high. So that's still keeping things very high. It's just not as high as the old cathedral style ceilings. And what it'll do, it'll enable us to put a in this spot here, we're going to put a manhole. We'll be able to put some storage up top. We're actually going to put a couple of little sheets of flooring in there, and that way it'll be a lot more functional. And it also enables us to get some good lighting into these rooms when there's a ceiling. So this will all be obviously a ceiling. It'll make more sense in the coming week when I video that. It's just going to make it a lot better. So again, these windows here, they're being removed, this one and this one. So we've cut them ready. And yeah, you can see here walking through into the ensuite. That's all done now. I think I've run through this one before. Just a little bit of insulation required. We haven't yet put the tile underlay down in this room. That'll get done during the week or so. Maybe even following the plasterers, but you can see in-wall system in place for that toilet, and you know, obviously the light switches for the doors and everything like that, and then of course you know, heated towel rail, back blocks, and all the ceiling done correctly as per designed. Big walk-in shower on that side, big niche. So yeah, it's all looking good. We've got a hydronic point here, that's all roughed in. You can see here all of our double vanities roughed in. You've got an LED light there. You've got power points in the mirror cabinets, lights above. Yeah, it's all looking good and ready to go. I can hear the plasterers are here. So that's going to be Action Jackson. We've got 5 plasterers here for the next 3 days. Today is Wednesday following the long weekend. So that's going to be for the whole week, and hopefully they'll get through most of it. We've just back blocked behind that there, that's a hydronic heating point. And then in here we've got our powder room, and of course that's insulated as well. And we've got our little vanity basin there as well. So onwards and upwards. The boys are all about to come in, so I'll leave it there for now. Basically this week we need to just get all the plastering in and done, and then we can move on to things like waterproofing, finishing floors, in preparation for tiling in the week following that. Alright, there's a lot been happening just 4 weeks, so I'm really excited for the clients. Thanks for watching.